Innerwalk is the way to bring you back to this moment, to bring you back to your body. Because we not recognize that we're not on our body. We in our dream, our thought, emotions, and we under control from that. We feel uncomfortable.
There is a deep question, why do I feel what I feel? Because when someone says something and it makes me angry, why does this thing make me angry? Because your past life experience. So before in your life, someone made you angry about something, and now every time someone is saying something that sounds familiar to you, it makes you angry again. Now, if I'm not gonna understand my past experience and my emotion in my past experience, and basically run away from my story all the time, my patterns and behavior will keep chasing me. Let's say something happened to you 10 years ago, and you told yourself like a very cool and spiritual story, like, just let it go, forget about this, yeah? Well, you might not think about it on your daily life, but your patterns from this story are still chasing you to this moment. So you're actually behaving now because something that happened to you before. Basically, we're taking a space of 15 meters and you're walking from one side of it to the other side, turning around and walking back. What is the speed? Whatever you like. Just remember, you're not getting anywhere, so you can just chill. So I'm starting to walk and I'm walking the first step, second step, third, fourth, fifth, and by the fifth step, I'm already in the dream. Now, how much time of your life you're spending about dreaming about problems that does not exist in what you're doing now? You're going to the office, you're trying to sit by the computer, and maximum after 5 minutes, your mind is about the problems that you have in home. Anything that is being influenced by the process of the mind and the ego, yeah, is like judgment, anger, all these projections that we have, yeah? They are a delusion of the mind. And when we train to wake up from the thoughts and to come back to the moment, we're basically free from this. Because when I'm here, I can do what I want. When I'm in the dream, I have no control about my experience. Now, the turning around is very critical for this, because what is happening is like you're walking while you're dreaming. Like you're driving and dreaming, like you're reading a book and you're dreaming. And when you get to the wall, naturally, because your body is telling you, watch out, there is a wall, you need to turn around. It's like someone is doing like this to you, wake up. You're turning around and waking up. And you're noticing that you're waking up. And you do it again, and you do it again, and you do it again. And the more I notice this moment, when I wake up from the dream, next time when I fall into the dream, I will wake up quicker. For 4 days in a row, every day we're walking for 4 hours back and forth. In these 4 days, you're getting to amount of 7,000 to 8,000 times of falling asleep and waking up. Now, this is a significant amount of practice.
I guess going into Innerwalk, I wasn't sure what to expect. This reoccurring thought came like, why are you doing this? This is ridiculous. Here you are walking back and forth for 4 hours. You know, what are you doing?
There are parts during the walk I'm like, this is so trippy. I'm on vacation, walking from point to point, and I could be out on a hike.
So we're living in a very fast life in order not to deal with anything. You come back home and you have 1 minute to sit down and relax. What are you doing? Playing with TV, playing with the phone, calling friends, eating, drinking, going in, out, running, jogging, yoga, this, that. Okay. When do you have time to really see yourself? Now we get addicted to this fast. Yeah? So we need more of the fast. So even if you want to sit down quietly for a moment, you're not able to do it because you are used to run fast. So in order to slow down, we actually need to be able to accept it.
You know, young boy, young girl, they like the cup. They are dirty. They're not clean, and we put the knowledge into the dirty cup. What happened? The knowledge is neutral, but the dirty cup is guilt, selfish, and that's going to be dirty knowledge. And that is the problem from the world. The knowledge is not the problem. The wisdom is not the problem, but the cup has to clean.
My shoulder started to hurt badly, my lower back started to hurt badly.
The second day was the worst, really, and I really wanted to give up. So much shit came up.
Your feet start hurting, your legs, your lower back.
I thought, why am I pushing my body? Everybody was going through it. You know, you saw people stretching, you saw people taking their breaks.
And it's really interesting how the mixture between psychological despair of like, why am I doing this? And physical pain have this crazy combo of just really breaking you down.
The suffer is the great matter. Without suffer, we not can grow. But maybe we not need to suffer, but we have to understand suffer.
What is the difference between pain and suffering? Let's say you come to my hand and you do like this. This is pain. I'm not going to speak with you for 1 week now. Actually, I'm not going to speak with you all my life. This is suffering, the relationship that we have to the pain. Suffering exists in the thoughts about the future and the past. He did this to me and I will pay him back for this. Yeah, he will pay for it. We can get free from this. Because when I'm living from this moment, and this moment now, what did you do to me? Now, what did you do to me? Nothing. Yesterday, you hit my hand, I know. But now, you didn't do anything to me.
Because everything is movement. So they say in Buddhism, everything impermanent. But when we not attached, we just moving, we see everything flowing. It is what it is.
You do something, you make mistakes. Yeah, okay, but how long can you think about it later on? Someone did something to you. How many years you want to carry this? Now let's look deeply inside us, in our own relationships, the closest ones, our parents, our brothers and sisters, our partners, husband, wives, our children's. How much we carry. Who are the people that you're holding the most against? That you're judging the most? Is it those closest people to you? I called my mom. I didn't speak with her for 2 months. And the first thing she's telling me, oh, it's about time you called me. Okay, so how provoking that can be. The next thing my thoughts is telling me, again, my mom with her judgment, yeah? I should hang up. I will show her. She will respect me next time when I call her. So this is my thoughts, yeah? Come back. Come back here. Wait. Let go. Relax. What is here happening? I'm angry at her. Okay. Maybe she's basically saying to me in her language, I miss you. I love you. I was waiting for this call so much time. I was so painful for me, for you not calling me, but she doesn't know how to say it. Maybe I just need to accept my mom as she is. Maybe she's doing everything from loving me and missing me. As Gandhi likes to say, be the change that you want to see in the world. If you cannot have compassion to your mom, why do you think other people will have compassion to you?
Fluke and the monk, they said, whatever you could see is not you. So I could see the voice telling me again that I'm not good, that I'm bad, you know, just diminishing my self-worth and my self-love and my self-esteem every step of the way. This big, like, inner battle. The negative voice, you're this, and then the positive voice, you're that. And then I was like, who am I? If I could see it, then I am not it, right? And I'm just like, who am I? And then it was blank. No more voices. By simply walking and in the process feeling like I was destroying my body because it hurt so bad. But by simply walking, I got to a place where I didn't try not to think anymore. Holy shit, man. It was incredible. It was incredible. I just felt like I became energy and I could just channel it. And you know, I'm the kind of guy where like, if I heard myself talking like this 8 years ago about all this like hocus pocus, hippie, whatever, energy type of stuff, I'd be like, okay, this guy is crazy, but this is the experience that I had. Just discovering a whole other part of of life.
When anger is coming and rising up, it's sitting here on your face. And whenever you're gonna look and whatever you're gonna move, anger is still will be here. If you can do something along this line, anger is coming, but you move it here. Okay, now I see anger. I can see the whole story with my anger, but I'm not the anger. I'm sitting here and the anger is sitting here. So basically, this is kind of living from the moment, not living from the story, not living from the delusions of the past, of the future, of what I need to do, what happened to me, and all these emotional processes that we are going through. And yet saying that is not being detached from what is happening. So the anger does come to me. I do get angry. I see that I get angry. Now I have space and we can start working. What is your story? Let's listen. Now all your wisdom, all your knowledge, all your life experience will come to facilitate this situation. So if I keep doing this practice of waking up and seeing what is happening and understanding this, I basically releasing all the stories that I carry throughout my life. So just try to, for one moment, to imagine how your life will look like if you don't have any of those memories. Your new habit will be when you're starting to get into your thoughts, you just come back to the moment. This will be a habit. You don't need to do anything for this to happen. So when this becoming your habit, and you're not believing to your stories, you think anger will meet you every day? You think fear will meet you every day? No, they just exist in the dream.
We create the different way. We have a optional to make decision. Before we not make decision, we get reactions. So that's the way of unawareness and awareness. Even you feel good or you feel bad. Even you're happy or you're unhappy. It's impermanence. So what come forever releasing. What come forever releasing. That is the emptiness. No good, no bad, no white, no happy, no unhappy. It's not about short, long, not about light and darkness. No, it's just a reality in this moment. So everybody's thinking where to find this. It's in front of you now.
When you're walking and then you hear his laughter in the distance, it's just, you kind of, come out of it and then remember that playfulness, that lightfulness, that lightness. He does have this lightness, this little joyful play where we would say something and you can see his face like, yeah, just wait.
At one point, I was thinking, am I doing it serious enough? It feels too easy. Does there have to be something more difficult around it?
I thought it's too bloody simple.
It's more of like maybe a looser meditation where you don't have to be all so serious.
It's not complicated, it's very silly, it's even stupid. And this is basically what is the delusion. Life is so simple, and we make it so complicated.
Innerwalk is a simple practice, really. That's why I'm so loving every time, because everything's so simple. And we think something difficult that will bring us more solution. But then not understand what they learn. But maybe some simple thing teach you more.
It has done such an enormous shift within me. My posture, the way I walk, even other people noticed it. I'm free up here and I'm walking properly, being more confident within myself, being more at peace, being happier. I don't even know what else to say. I'm just humbled by the experience of that very simple technology.
A lot of gratitude. It came already in the first days, every now and then in between, but it was just so amazing being overwhelmed by actually nothing, just gratitude.
Coming back home to gratitude. Like, I'm so grateful that I get to be on planet Earth.
I learned you can be here without any reason, just to be thankful and full of compassion and love, also to myself.
It's really about you seeing what is happening. And you understand what is happening. Nobody needs to teach you anything. You are your own master.
Many times, the student have idea, the teacher going to heal me. Oh, we need the wisdom. No, you don't need. You have already. You have your own wisdom. Take maybe a little bit knowledge, and you're going to experience, and then wisdom come, and integration come. The wisdom will come from integration. I say something like, I prepare medicine that let you be doctor. Because when I prepare medicine to heal you, you addicted for me because you need doctor. But I prepare medicine that you be a doctor to yourself and doctor for your environment. Everybody can teach everybody. So that's what make me very happy.
By the way, I'm not using the word meditation, if you notice. Meditation is not something that you do. Meditation is a phenomena that happens while you do something. It's like sometimes funny to me to see people saying, I'm going to do meditation. You're going to focus on your breath. Huh? Okay, maybe meditation will happen. So when you practicing walking in a certain way, you might get into a state of meditation.
Many people think, oh, meditation to get peace. I feel it's not about to sit 30 days in the meditation state, every day 20 hours. I not feel that. I feel that these integrations to the daily action, daily life, this is more important.
Now, the way we run the show is integration as we go. We walking with open eyes, and basically it simulates the situation that we're basically living in our life. There's always movement, always action, always energy is moving. So part of the practice by itself is embodying the integration of the process.
Because of digesting it with your body by walking 4 hours back and forth, it gets into your in your body memory. So even if you're stressed out in your mind, I think there's something anchored in my body now what tells me, okay, that's the right way. Some maybe on a cellular level, on a more physical level. What I sensed already in the evenings when I bumped into friends and talked to them, and then I could already feel like, okay, that's what's coming up in me. That's just a thought. That's not me disattached. What is the feeling? Just a little bit, not completely disattached, but just a little bit. Step out of it, and it made things already so much easier.
So basically, we're carrying a lot of stories which we never resolved, and we're expecting to solve them by teaching other people how to behave, to fixing the world, to expecting from other people to do things for us, and so on and so on. But actually, if I can learn how those stories are affecting me and understand it, they will not affect me in the same level that they are affecting me as I'm living now. And this basically will allow me to relax into the experience of life. So from one moment, from one perspective, I want to come back to be in the moment. And from the other perspective, I want to understand the experience that I have in my life. And combining these two is basically what is liberating us from the prison of the mind that always try to take over and control the experience.
So nobody perfect person before. And even today, nobody perfect. Everybody just go on the journey and learn and heal themselves. I also have to heal myself.
The only thing of true value is my state of consciousness, because from where I'm at is going to define the reality that I live. And for me to have had as deep of an experience with Innerwalk as I have, to have seen the impact that it can have on that state of consciousness, for sure it's going to be something that I take with me and I continue to practice.
Life will happen. Life will kick in. I might be stressed out. I might have face my friends, my frenemies, people who teach me with something in my life. So I don't expect it to be easy. What I feel is I got a tool set of coping mechanisms.
In order for me to feel comfortable to deal with my stress or trauma or whatever I need to deal with, I need to feel safe. And part of what we're doing here is we kind of training the people to create the safety container that they need. So we are creating a container in the space, but we're teaching the people to build the container themselves. So I know I can get out of my thoughts and come back. Okay, now I'm feeling more comfortable to go inside my story. Yeah? So I'm creating a container for me to deal with my stories.
I think our society right now is a very fearful, very hurt society.
The level of the suffering is becoming more and more intense. The stress related to money and the competition and I'm not good enough and all those things.
Something that has to do with the bigger, better, faster in our society.
I see I'm getting food, I'm getting money, but I'm feeling miserable. And more people cannot handle the suffer and they're basically saying enough. Something needs to be changed. And we need to remember that people wake up only when they suffer. This is what we come about, to support those people, to see that actually the world is beautiful.
So when we are all learn this, the human going to be great human being and use the knowledge and wisdom in the right place, in the right way. That is my intentions. We're going to be smiling, easy, laughing together. Oh, the life is beautiful because you see and you learn to be with this, what you see.
There's so much magic in the stillness, in the slowness of things, watching a slug move, that's big.
Yeah, I see the problems. I see what people suffering about. I can understand it, but I think that it's not necessary. And people can just decide to change their path and be the change that they want to see.
The war is inside. The Buddha said, when you stop the war inside, you stop the war on the war. You stop the war with your family, you stop the war with your friend, your work, everything. You get peace, you get rest. Today the people restless. And I want everybody to get rest.
It's not only helping us, it's helping the world. So we can change and change other people around us who are not in a good space like we are. That's all it is, helping each other, not by saying, by doing, being happier. It's honestly one of the best things I've done.
I like to giving this technology to this world. That's what I can leave behind me. Even one day I'm not here. Even one day already passing my life.